Good evening, everybody. I know I am quite late, but we will do our best with the time we have together. I'm just going to warn off the top, I am probably going to need to run away from the keys for a few minutes. I will do my best to keep it a short exit, but I do know that I need to. Oh, hang on. What can we do here? Yeah, we can skip these. Sorry, just seeing some things on my window. So yeah, I think the best thing for me to do is I've been sort of playing footsies with starting for the last little while, and I thought, okay, well, I'm gonna get pulled away for a call. It probably won't be a very long one, but I do need a few minutes away from the stream. It'll be relatively early in the broadcast, but obviously I've been waiting a while. I'm starting, a couple hours after what I would normally want to start with. I don't know if I want to start making a character. I guess I could try and do Revive Snow. Yeah, okay, let's try and do a character for Revive Snow, and if that means that we take the break before we jump into the game, so be it. But I do want to try and make some progress, because obviously the further we go through the campaign, the more likely it is that one of you comes in. So I didn't actually have a lot of indicators from Snow in terms of what they wanted, so let's see here. Kate works. Kate Robinson it is. I'm actually not going to say no to UK, but actually, you know what?
Got it covered. Moving out. Got it. Move. Location confirmed. Moving out.
All right, there we go.
Already there.
So I'm going to take a minute just to tab out and see. I think the best bet that I've got here would be to check out Revive Snow's channel and just take a look at some of the branding for that one. I say this because there's a few different there's a few different avatars and such. Let's see. Actually, most of it tends to be very close, so maybe clips will work. I don't necessarily want to make a carbon copy of the character, but I figured, hey, Shaba, how you doing? I know the timing is always a little funny for you, so I'm glad you could stop by. Sorry, for some reason, you're based in Australia, right? Yes, I myself am not American, so I've already celebrated Thanksgiving, but I actually know there's a couple things I needed to do that got a little twisted around because of the holiday. Okay, as much as I would love to do the Avatar style look, let's say no. I think it was 3. Oh, Europe, I'm sorry. Sorry, I thought it was 3. It's a tricky one because, again, I'm not deliberately trying to capture the avatar. But I'd also like to, I guess it's a little lighter. You know what, we'll go there. Um, okay, let's go without a hat for now. Jabba, did I have you down for a character? Yes, I do. Sorry, you're near the bottom of the list. All right. So, hair. Now, if I wanted to go for the avatar, I actually think the pigtails are probably the most likely here. We have done that with at least one other character. I'm also not opposed to doing it conditional on me doing something new. So let's try the fade. We'll try kind of a bright red look. Oh, that's eye color. Okay, pink doesn't quite work there. Oh, you don't have a bright red, huh? Okay, so maybe we don't do the fade. Yeah, it's actually kind of funny. This looks nothing like the avatar, but that's fine because I actually think we can have some fun with this. In fact, I'm also not opposed to doing sort of the Reaper mask, but... no, I don't have any mods installed. The funny thing is, like, I remember there was a time I used to really like trying out different mods, but for the most part, I'm noticing I actually have less... Like, I don't even have enough time to get through all of the... Oh, this is a nice touch. Now, the XCOM bandana wasn't, yeah, so I'm gonna need to... I don't hate this. Maybe we'll go for the goggles. And then if, I don't think face paint's gonna... I mean, I can definitely see some options here. I originally wanted to start with a foundation that was like roughly approximate in terms of like face shape with the avatar, like, sorry, the like the character avatar, but I don't I kind of went away from that pretty quickly. Okay, so let's think about armor. I actually had a little bit more in mind with it, so we're not going to do any of the anarchy stuff's kind of fun, but like there's basically too much skin on all of these, so I wanted sort of as close as I could to sort of a solid chest plate. I think probably torso 0 is the one. And like for some of the characters it's fine, but this one in particular I actually want sort of a full uniform. And preferably one that like passes as a uniform. So like in this case, symmetry counts for a little bit more for me here. Now the arms. Yeah, you know what? As much kind of armor as possible, I think, is the way I'm gonna do this one. Which means the creativity comes in the armor patterns. I think if I mess with... yeah, we're not going to do that. Now, color is one I'm willing to do a little bit more. So, like, again, this isn't necessarily the way Revive Snow does it, but I could actually see a white outfit here. Or we could go the other way and go for... Actually, let's try black. But if we do a secondary, can we get, like, a nice accent? Or we go even darker. Let's see what we can get with this when we do patterns. I can see some options here. So I guess one of the challenges here is this definitely seems like fabric, which wasn't quite where I was going with it, but tundra feels appropriate with the given the location. Classic's a little too... I could actually see digital working, but... Well, okay, so if I do digital, maybe if we get like a greenish color in that? Yeah, but then it kind of... It starts to overwhelm a little bit. Which is not exactly where I wanted to go with this. Let's see if I can find the darkest green I can, but I think in this case here I'm going to settle for not doing digital. And just find something that complements that dark blue. I could actually see Alien possibly working here. I do like Hex, but I think the problem is Hex doesn't really give enough of the color. Oh, sorry, you say looks good now? Which one were you thinking of, Java? Ah, okay, gotcha. I wasn't actually expecting dots, but I actually kind of like how some of the color shows up in it. So I think dots are an option. The other thing is I need to keep in mind that this is not going to be the only type of armor. I can see Alien, but I think I prefer dots. So it's either Tundra, which again has the nice highlights, but doesn't break up on the armor as much. And then if I do blots, it's like a little bit like Classic, but not overwhelmingly so. So I mean, one of the drawbacks here is this is a little more generic than we would normally see, but I'm wondering if maybe we can give this a little pop with a bold weapon choice. I was actually hoping we would get two colors with the weapon, so red is a good option for that. We could try and complement with the blue. I actually like the idea of a red, and then I guess the question here is just what shade of red. So this is the really accented one, and now we'll see if we can break that up a little bit. So what I think I'll do here is I'll see what I can get out of the patterns. Maybe not full blot. I do tend to like Tundra. Okay, so if I went with Tundra, and then we started going down the... That's interesting, actually. The light on Tundra sort of plays around with it a bit here. So if we dialed it back a bit... So this is a little too muted, so what happens if I do Hex and then bring it back? I mean, it is bright. The other thing is, I would not be opposed to seeing happy faces with something on Revive Snow. I should really look at her Space Marine too. Sorry, I say her. It's just the avatar. But I should look at Snow's Space Marines for inspiration on this. Okay, you know what? I'm like 50-50 on this, but last thing I can do here is now that we've played around with some colors, I wonder if there's something new we can do with the faces. So I don't think this works anymore. I think we've moved on. Could definitely see the Reaper hood, and then I could do the then I could do the various masks. But the thing is, I actually think this is one of the few cases where like the helmet and goggles work really well, and specifically the goggles on the eyes work really well. So I'm not convinced. Like, the question here really is whether or not we do a lower face prop. I have way too many smokers in the team already, so that's a non-starter. The bandanas don't show up, so it's really just, two variations of samurai mask or mutant mask. And I don't know, like, I feel like this is sufficient. So there you have it, Revive Snow. I probably don't have that much time to get into a mission. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll see what Snow thinks next time they visit the channel. I do actually plan to go straight into a mission, which will be a little awkward for the purposes of like stepping away from the keys. Okay, actually, so question number one. I can try and go for the 3 days, but let's take a look at the armory. Yeah, so I mean, the team's ready to go here. I feel like I'm setting myself up for disappointment if I don't take this opportunity. Alien facility! Operation Death Fist! Sabotage the alien facility. The aliens have constructed a facility deep in the wilderness. It is fueling progress towards their Avatar project. We must destroy it. An extremely powerful and dangerous alien is guarding this location. I wonder if this is like the ridiculous Berserker one. Alright, so we've got an Archon, Viper, Heavy Mech, Advanced Purifier, Advent Shield Bearer, Spectre, and Mutant. I mean, not my ideal, but...
Setting course for Sector 2, Australia.
But we did sign up for, Alright. Now, I did write down who I wanted on this team. We do have 6 slots. So, Jill Kelly, Simba Usu, Igor Vinogorov, Frida Kraus, Muskirk, and Lewis Turner. How many specialists do we have? Just one? Alright, I'm willing to do I'll build more if I have to. Alright, so I think the people I want to give the nanoscale vests to would be the melee. All right, and let's see. So for Jill, we want... Okay, for Lewis, we want... Yeah, let's go for it. I think that's it for... Oh, hang on. It's not so clear to me. Okay, so I do have a spider suit. Grappling hook. I should be using these spider suits more often. So... Hard not to see this as the right choice.
The spider suit will improve our soldiers' chances of dodging an attack, while also providing increased agility and grappling capability.
I'm just maybe going to double check that there aren't some other improvements for me to make, but I actually need to step away for a minute, so I will be back as soon as I possibly can. It shouldn't be more than, I don't know, 5 to 7 minutes. I'll try and keep it fast, but again, I knew this was going to happen, just wasn't sure when. Back in a second. All right, terribly sorry about that, everybody. We should be ready to go, and you will have my undivided attention for the rest of the broadcast. So yeah, it seems to me like the spider suit gives pure benefit. And I think in general it wouldn't be a bad idea for me to... I really need to get rid of that. I don't know what the difference here is. But obviously we're going for the Predator. And I believe... Yeah, I don't think we have any fancy weapons to play around with, so I think we're just gonna... We'll settle for what we've got. Alright. Now, because this is like the full-on awesome team, I'm gonna be up front, especially based on last one. There's probably gonna be a lot of reloading.
Sky Ranger deployed.
I know there was a
In
viewer
position
who
for
took
deployment.
great pleasure coming in, pointing out the save scumming, saying literally nothing else, and like leaving. Deal with it. Because I'm not dealing with losing characters. Again, I'll try and balance a
We
little
have
bit.
positive confirmation on the position of a facility conducting research crucial to the Avatar project in this region. The coordinates are locked in for a tactical strike. Move to the designated position and plant the X4 charges. Once they're armed, move to minimum safe distance, and we'll turn that place into rubble.
Hey, Dark Exy, sorry I had to run off for a little bit. Good to see you. So yeah, and we're in the wilderness of New Australia, no less. So yeah, again, just up front, this is going to be one I likely do a bunch of resets for, not least of which is because I have to deal with the whatever alien hunters thing comes up. But as much as I can, I will try to focus it on learning rather than just... Like, okay, so the difference that I have here, you've definitely seen me in some cases, I want to try and like at least establish some parameters. You've definitely seen me say, it's like, I wonder if I can get away with this, and like just run in. And sure, if the crazy thing winds up working, like I am not above like taking that. So that's definitely heads I win, tails you lose. Then the other one is definitely when it's like, okay, you know, I didn't know any better, let's just take it back a turn. And then the last one, of course, is like, again, these are the major characters. I understand that XCOM is built in such a way that you can lose characters and still, and still finish the game. In fact, it's kind of premised around that. But the drawback here is that if I do that too much, then I wind up like losing, and I have to start over from the very beginning, and it means we never finish XCOM 2, which in one sense is very nice for me, and in another sense is not so good for this big list of things that I want to do. So maybe I will do a slightly more hardcore run of XCOM 2, but right now I feel like I need to learn and try and make some forward momentum. Plus, I will say, one of the things I do like about it is trying to, like, work out for myself what is the limit.
1-5. Target coordinates are locked in. Move to designated position and place the X4 charges.
Like, what's the limit I'm
We're
willing
in concealment.
to work with in terms of saying, like, this was an acceptable outcome, so I'm locking in the results. I prefer to have the sniper on high ground at the very start, but
Got it moving.
a little more promising. Do I have another fast runner who can't quite? All right, well, this I can definitely work with. Yeah, it's actually funny. I can remember the last time RAM got a little silly in terms of prices. And I remember very deliberately waiting it out. Like when the... What? How? I still actually can't get over the fact that I should have probably saved. I can't get over the fact that they can actually detect you, like from that position. Like the thing that drives me a little crazy about that is like Lewis Turner was behind the cactus, right? So, let's do that again.
Moving out.
So, like, we could see the enemy from another character. Right, so these enemies are known. Like, this tile is known. I guess there's that weirdness of the fact that, like, technically we don't see the Spectre. Maybe that's what's causing it, but it's, and again, I should have saved here. It's a weird one, though.
Good to go.
I suppose the question here is, am I willing to risk the sniper this way? I think I'm actually willing to say yes to that. Because let's face it, I'll reload it if it doesn't work. Okay, we're a little too clustered up around this cover here. So.
Running.
But yeah, so I remember back when RAM got maybe not this bad, but definitely it definitely had its own kind of silliness.
Got it. Moving.
And I remember just like waiting it out, and then I went like crazy with RAM. Like I have way more RAM than I am ever conceivably going to need. Now this fascinates me. We still apparently can't see the Spectre. Which does raise some questions to me, like how would I detect it? Also sounds like there's some turrets over there, so I don't exactly want to get... I want to get like too close, but I want to get close enough to be able to influence events. Do I have somebody... Okay. Ah, damn it. Alright, well, all in will be... the guinea pig.
Move!
Ooh, that's not good. Now I need Razor in close, but unfortunately this is about as close as we're gonna get. So I think my next best here would be...
Orders confirmed. On the move.
setting them up here.
Eyes on the prize.
I wasn't originally gonna do this, but...
Scanning.
The other funny thing about this is, right, the Archon is arguably the more threatening of the two enemies, so I should probably be building a turn around that, but
Ten four.
Good copy. Moving on target. I'm on it. Already there.
so the real question here is whether or not we keep all in this position, or if we try and move them closer to the action.
Affirmative. Covering now. Scanning. I'm on it.
Moving to Overwatch. Moving to Overwatch. Heads down!
Arguably, it would have been better to take advantage of the high ground here, but
We're in their sights!
I'm hoping the rest of the team will mop them up. I have 128 gigabytes in this, but like the thing to remember is that it's not just showing off. I do actually. Oh, that's right. These things have lightning reflexes. I do a fair amount of data work. So it's
terminated.
only partly for bragging rights. But yeah, we are flanked here.
Not sure I can make it! That was close!
This is going to be an interesting challenge. So I don't think Lewis can... Yeah. So what we're doing is we're taking one flanked character and replacing it with another. Oh, I didn't even kill. Eesh. I mean, I guess I can do the run and gun, but that doesn't necessarily deliver either.
On my way!
Oh, god damn it. Alright, well, let's try for the flank.
By the numbers!
I may wind up regretting not putting more into the Archon. Wow, that's not a great... I mean, I kind of need to take it, because we need to do damage on this thing. Otherwise, I'll wipe out my my team. But the odds here are not really great for me. So I think I got to do a... We'll do a run and gun.
Gunning. I'm all over it.
You know what? This is definitely something I'm scared of. Then again, I think I've blown this turn actually, because I don't think there's any way I can get to the targets that I want here. Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry. I didn't actually plan this turn out very well, so I'm just going to accept. There's actually an argument for me to say I shouldn't focus on the Spectre at all, and so what I will do instead is let's build the turn around... Okay, so if I do teamwork, that's Frida. Okay, well actually here's one way we can work this. So if I fire the sniper rifle, my best shot is the 49 on this, the Viper. So we'll start with that. All right.
That's it!
Now ripcord... Alright, so that opens up something for Lewis. Now I actually like this approach a lot, because this lets, like, Jane gets to do her thing. Oh! And we stunned it. Okay. I think we still want to take out the Archon, though, so...
Absolutely! I only scratched him!
Okay. One of the challenges here is ripcord, so I think we're probably gonna... Right, so Lewis was gonna be the one to run and gun.
Set them up, knock them down. Running.
Well, this obviously seems reckless until...
Shot wide.
Okay, so I don't think we go for Frida here.
The enemy should fear us.
Oh, that's another action. This might I might have to make this another reset. There's like no good options here in the presence of the Viper. All right, well.
I am with you.
I don't like this. I don't like this alternative here, but I do, where I can, I want to at least try and. I don't have a shot on the Viper? Okay. Sorry, that is something I'm going to reload over. Weird. I kind of thought I was past these problems, but... I'm actually trying to remember how I stunned the, Oh, right. It was, Jill Kelly. That did not result in a stun. I don't like any of these options, to be frank, but I am curious if there's a magic point where I can... Yeah, so if I wanted to use the grenade, I should have done it before I moved Jill there.
Heading out!
'71's not bad. Right, we graze it.
Barely registered.
Stick and move. Got it.
So I'm gonna do something that's gonna seem a little silly here.
Big deal.
Oh wait, I think I just made more problems for myself, but...
Together we are strong.
Because again, we only get the one action.
Over here. Happy now?
Asset secure.
So I guess the question then becomes, with Hurricane and Ripcord... I guess the question is whether or not they can actually help Frida do her thing.
I am with you.
And the answer there is no. I should have saved before I did that, so... So, I mean, this is an ugly situation to be in by any reasonable standard, but I do want to try and say I attacked the wrong stuff at the start. Let's see whether or not I can get myself out of this. I guess I started with a sniper.
Check it before you get too close.
This is actually kind of interesting. So the idea that the damage isn't always the same, I never really considered. If we do Straba, it would be after Traveling at Night is released. I believe actually Weather Factory have addressed that specific question And it's definitely not a lack of interest, both on their part and on the player's part. But you know, they are a small studio. I have absolutely no idea how this is supposed to grant protection against the snake.
Absolutely.
But let's see if I get lucky.
Running and gunning. Affirmative.
We will overcome.
I wish I could do 2 attacks, but yikes.
Shot wide.
I don't think there's any hero moment for Igor.
I'm all over it.
I think we're going to lose all in, which means another reset for me. But yeah, so they have the sketches of an idea of what that DLC would look like. But
I need a med kit here.
okay, lucky on the grays.
I feel kind of weak.
Of all the aliens running around out there these days, she just had to modify a berserker, didn't she?
Her curiosity was not unfounded, although I agree it was perhaps not the most prudent of choices.
This is the shot we've been waiting for. Take that thing down before it has a chance to run.
No, that didn't feel good.
I'm sorry to do this, but I think I need to accept reality. So, priority on the Archon. Which is admittedly easier said than done, but
That's affirmative.
I think that's about as close as I'm gonna get.
Affirmative.
The other problem with all of this is that it is setting us up for a hit with the venom.
Moving out. I'm on it.
On the move.
On my way. Affirmative. Covering now.
I haven't left a lot of great places for my specialist to work from.
Rolling out.
Okay. So, accepting my very curious approach to this game. There is definitely an argument for an explosion here, just because of how it spreads out the damage. I'm also not super convinced that sniping. I mean, it's hard, right? Because to a certain extent, like, the choice, I guess, here is how much control do I have over hitting the Archon versus
Scanning.
Moving to Overwatch. Eyes on the prize.
Eyes on the prize.
We'll set everyone up
Scanning.
with Overwatch. But I think there is actually an argument to say we shouldn't do this. We should actually pick what we go after. But at least this case, I get to spread a bunch of damage around all the enemies. And then hopefully everybody else mops them all up.
We're in their sights! One down, thousands to go.
That's it. Enemy still up.
All right, I mean, I'll take out turn 1 Archon.
Hostile target down.
All right, that thing definitely can see us. That's not a huge surprise there. I imagine this is going
I think I'm
to...
bleeding. Damn, that stings.
Who's got a med kit?
Happy now?
Of all the aliens running around out there these days, she just had to modify a berserker, didn't she?
Her curiosity was not unfounded, although I agree it was perhaps not the most prudent of choices.
So, I mean, this is going to be an interesting dilemma to decide which of these two do I want to start fighting.
We've got a chance to take this thing down once and for all, Commander. Let's get it done.
Okay, so it's apparently poison no matter where I go. One of the funny things here is that I don't necessarily have that much to fear. Like, in the grand scheme of things, there's not that many things that can shoot me, but anyways, let's learn how this thing
I'm
works.
going. I'm
Yeah, no
not
surprise
feeling
there.
so good here.
Alright, so this thing moves every time I move.
That thing is pissed. We gotta keep clear of that knockback.
I actually don't know how to take this thing on. I think this is just going to be like the stream today, me resetting this fight. So suppose the first question would be if I can get away sniping the Viper. Okay.
It's dead! It has to be dead!
And then maybe what we do is we move the team.
Copy that.
Yeah, so we don't engage anything but the ruler.
I've got it!
Of all the aliens running around out there these days, she just had to modify a berserker, didn't she?
Your curiosity was not unfounded, although I agree it was perhaps not the most prudent of choices.
Looks like one of them came back for more. Let's make sure to take it out this time.
So the open question here is, yeah, it negates 2 hits, but I think this shreds, so let's do our best.
It hit the plate! I'm running low on ammo!
Oh right, but it's gonna knock my people unconscious. Well,
That thing is
stunned.
pissed. We gotta keep clear of that knockback.
Stun isn't unconscious. I think in this case we just stand our ground and unload as much as we can.
Hard target, minimal damage.
Jesus.
Got me.
This thing takes a shot every time I take an action, huh?
Taking heavy damage.
Okay, yeah, and a flank. I'm pretty sure I'm resetting that
They
one.
got me!
I might need some help.
I think the nope, combat protocol, so I can't. All right. So I'm assuming for this one, the idea is you need to spread the team around.
It's still up!
Okay.
On the move. Ah, come on!
I hope it's worth it.
Damn it! So I have this like narrow, have this narrow window in which I can. I mean, at this point, I think I'm clearly not ready to take on the berserker here. So I think I'm just gonna use the guilty knowledge, and we're gonna like go out and around to engage that thing. I'm not proud of it, but I really need to actually just go to toe with this thing and actually figure out a way to
On the margins!
work through it.
On your order. Negative damage.
I hope it's worth it.
Weirdly enough, no, I've gone up against this one once before when I first got XCOM, and I don't remember anything about it.
One down, thousands to go.
Weirdly enough, though, the Viper King wasn't actually that big of a deal. I don't know what made that, what made the difference, but like, yeah, it was okay. So I think this will trigger
It
the
is clear.
berserker.
What was that?
No? Okay.
I'm on it. Got it covered.
Okay, I'll go.
I should probably be doing some healing, but
Affirmative. Covering now.
found the berserker.
Hit the armor.
Of all the aliens running around out there these days, she just had to modify a berserker, didn't she?
Her curiosity was not unfounded, although I agree it was perhaps not the most prudent of choices.
This is the shot we've been waiting for. Take that thing down before it has a chance to run.
Armor still holding!
So I mean, I
armor's
didn't
tough.
intend to find this
damage
thing,
here.
but
Who's got a med kit? Okay, this is bad.
so I do actually. There's one thing I'm really curious about here. And this is 100% pure experiment, but there's like an insane logic behind this that I think might actually work. Okay, so not crazy about the
Moving to
odds there.
Overwatch. Scanning.
Now, see that?
Miss the target. Hit the armor.
They got me. What's going on?
So what I was trying to do was set everybody up with overwatches to basically maximize the damage coming in when it took its action. But it seems like if it can see you do the overwatch, then it will it'll do its thing. So my guess here would be that. So just to test the hypothesis, right? I'll just do a dead eye. Of course that lands.
Hard target. Minimal damage.
Okay, so it still does its thing.
That thing is pissed. We gotta keep...
But it is a little weird that I was able to overwatch. So what if all in does
Come
that?
get some!
No, then it does.
I might need some armor gun.
Thanks.
And sadly, everybody's still all clustered up. So, I'm still gonna say if Judge can get away with a long watch, so we know All In can't do it. I can't remember if Ripcord. I think Ripcord also triggers the.
Covering
Yeah.
now.
No, I wanna learn this myself, Sjaba.
Come get some.
Okay. So there's like two. To me, there's like, given the current state, I see sort of two potential actions I can take here. One, we get Hurricane to do his thing and shred that last bit of armor. The other one I see is to take one of the like the Rangers, move them up forward just so that it changes the calculation that the that the Berserker's doing here. So I'm a little curious how it responds to this.
It hit the plate.
And somebody went unconscious. Okay. I think I got to roll this back to before we engage the Berserker. Even then, like, you know, trying to kite this thing, it seems to me like I've got a team full of people who just have to run away. Yeah, that's not going to do it. I have to imagine that this thing has killed many Iron Man runs.
Rolling out. Might be poisoned here. Got it covered.
Again, this is all way too clustered up to actually be going against this enemy.
I'm trusting you here. Come get some. Ah! They got me.
Who's got a med kit? I think I need some help.
Okay, I have a couple competing priorities here. I do really want the item, but I think the thing is I trigger the... Hey, Lord Gloom,
Roger that.
you've picked a unique time to visit. I'm sucking at XCOM 2 right now. But how you doing? What were you playing?
On my way. Moving to Overwatch.
Come get some. Scanning. Double time.
Well, I believe that takes place in the Titanfall universe, if I'm not mistaken.
Scanning.
Hey, Masoabi. I feel it's like it's been a while.
Ugly.
How you doing tonight?
I need a med kit here. That one hurt a little. I'm on it.
Moving to Overwatch. Got it covered. I'm on it.
Okay, so I sort of want to like get close enough to entice it, but not so... I mean, I'm already saving and reloading like nuts, so let's, although I don't remember which one.
It is clear. Affirmative. Covering now. Got it covered. Something moved over there. Ah! Overwatch!
Overwatch. Overwatch. Overwatch.
I'm going. Scanning.
This is
Come get
probably
some.
not a good way to do this.
Hostiles on the move.
Oh, there we go.
Come on,
Of all the
focus.
aliens running around out there these days, she just had to modify a berserker, didn't she?
Her curiosity was not unfounded, although I agree it was perhaps not the most prudent of choices.
We've got a chance to take this thing down once and for all, Commander. Let's get it
Dewey
done.
Central. I think this thing is just gonna wear me like a
Moving to Overwatch.
costume.
Scanning.
On Overwatch!
Okay, so this will be 5. Now the question for me is if I just use my full move back, if this thing can
What's
still
over there?
catch up with me.
Not even close. Deflection!
Armor still holding!
Okay, I mean, definitely closer than I want, but
All right, I'll go.
Armor still holding.
yeah, but he's unconscious, so. Good. And sorry, I realize I'm not super focused on chat. I'll do my best.
Got it!
So obviously the shame here is that we don't get to shred the armor right away,
Armor
but
still holding. That armor's tough. Hard
the
target,
one
minimal
person I
damage.
needed to
Shot failed to connect!
Well, okay. So the thing here is I think at this point we need to accept that one of these people is going to get hit, because we can't run forever. Although I could have set Frida up with a... he really wants Lewis.
This is bad.
Yeah, sadly that doesn't work. So, I mean, I guess if Lewis is that fragile, we just keep running him back like this.
On the move.
Okay, well then he just goes after...
That one hurt.
Okay, I mean, that I can live with.
That thing is pissed. We gotta keep clear of that knockback.
Armor still holding! Our weapons spent! No! 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 No!
No!
No!
What's happening?
Please!
No!
What's
This
happening?
isn't right!
No, this isn't right! This isn't right!
Good to go. Overwatch.
I guess we just put a brave face on it.
Went off the armor. Draining ammo fast. Think they got me. Dad.
Yeah, the unconscious is a I genuinely don't know how to handle instant unconscious. This is actually the sort of thing I'm like on the border of consulting a guide for, just because I feel genuinely outclassed by this enemy. Like
I hope it's worth it.
That thing is pissed. We gotta keep clear of that knockback.
Now if I Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Okay.
Ready to go. On Overwatch.
Went off the armor.
Deflection.
No rounds. I can't move. It hit the plate. I'm hit.
But it's not unconscious.
Get ready for a surprise.
Not sure this is really what I want to do, but
Evac! We need emergency evac now! Damn it, now! Fire's getting worse here!
so I guess the question is, who does the single largest amount of damage on the team? So we've got a 6 to 8. We could try the Deadeye, which is 9 to 12, but not the best chance. I actually think there's very little we can... I think there's very little to beat the... so let's see if we get lucky with Deadeye.
We have to stop that thing. Don't let it escape.
I'm actually quite content to let this thing have its space.
On the marches. Running dry.
Okay, well, I mean, there's nothing to be happy about there, right? Like, but I guess I at least learned some basic principles for this thing. So, like, if there's any indication that the Berserker is going to be in the area, there's two things. Keep everyone, like, widely spaced out. I don't even know if kiting is a viable option, to be perfectly frank. But, you know, insofar as that seems to be a way of handling it, like option. So step number one, like don't cluster, and then number two, you know, as much damage as possible in a concentrated area so that it runs away. But I don't know. I do kind of want to take this thing out so that I can say, okay, now that I've got this horribleness behind me, what is the lesson I should have learned? Now we're gonna just do a inventory of how much damage everyone's taken. So I think it's Jill. Oh, actually, is it just 3 guys? So Hurricane, All In, Razor. Oh, Judgment. Okay.
Not a problem.
Let's rock!
Heading out. I'm ready.
Will do.
Hey, Takri, good to see you. I should have reloaded. My bad.
Affirmative, covering now.
Holding. Rock and roll.
You missed me in a pickle.
I'm trusting you here. Get back in there.
Hey, Vanguard Master. I definitely don't respect myself anymore. I definitely had a character building encounter with a very difficult enemy, but we made it through. I am just going to do a cheesy pause here, a cheesy save here. I want to see if I can get a better position for the sniper.
If you say so.
Nah, that triggers him. There in Alien Hunters, so I'd encountered this boss exactly once before, but there's like a there's an alien berserker, so it acts a bit like the Viper King in the sense that it will like it kind of gets a it gets a move every time you do an action.
Affirmative.
Just trying to think how I can prep everybody.
On it.
This is a little too far away, but Lewis also has some range.
Come get some.
Scanning.
Let's rock.
But yeah, so basically every time you do some kind of movement, it gets an action. But because it's like a berserker, it also can like knock your people unconscious in one hit, and it's actually got a very wide area of effect for its ranged attack. So it's
I guess that'll be okay.
again, I'm assuming there's like probably
You'll be
guides
fine.
on how to take the thing on, but my experience of it basically was, you know, you don't cluster because it'll like
Moving to
wipe your
Overwatch.
team in one hit. But you
Come and get some.
you know, you need to be like close enough together that you can you need to be close enough together that you can like, how do I put it? Sorry, I'm just trying to think how I can position the team.
Not a problem.
So you need to be close enough that you can sort of get the
Moving to Overwatch.
like you need to take certain actions, right? You need to be able to actually still shoot the thing, but you can't be so close that you know, for multiple turns, multiple actions,
Shh. You hear that?
the berserker's actually going to be able to like do multiple attacks on a turn. It's a little easier to explain if you can see it, but so I think I can reload
Back
and
in.
heal.
Come on, get back in the fight.
On your order.
I'm on it.
going?
So I'm running on the assumption here that we have sort of a zone of protection here.
On Overwatch. On my way.
Well, it's mostly like the biggest thing here,
Moving
right, is that
Overwatch.
while I'm sort of vaguely aware of this
On
thing's
Overwatch.
existence because I've seen it at least once before.
Shut
I
up.
should have reloaded.
Listen.
The fact of the matter is that like it's a very, very difficult fight to encounter for the
roll.
first time. Like I would imagine if you were to see the telemetry for
Scanning.
those first encounters, probably there's a lot of team wipes.
Got it.
So, pretty specific positioning here.
On Overwatch.
I'd actually kind of like.
I'm going.
Closer.
Overwatch.
This is basically the move I feel like I can do without
Absolutely.
without triggering the enemies.
Come get some.
Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3. 4.
I'm on it. You hear that?
All right.
Heading out.
So I wanted to move at least one character up so that I could at least position the rest of the team around the enemies. My big question is, does my sniper have a shot? No. They cannot shoot through... That is a very, very tempting shot. I think the question here is, how are we going to handle the Muton? Oh god, we don't have it. We're in a considerably worse position than I thought we would be. I thought I had a lot more shots on these guys than I actually do. So this, I think, exposes me to the turret. Although there may be a solution to that. Okay.
All right, I'll go.
There is a plan. I also need to prepare for the fact that there's going to be mechs. Oh, right, I moved this guy. Okay. The plan isn't as good as I thought.
Okay, I'll go.
enemy is still up!
Okay, I'll go.
Didn't want
I
to do that,
definitely
but
got that one.
now, hopefully, we get to do something kind of cool here. Says we're exposed, but I don't see to what.
Hostile target down. Moving to position.
Okay, well, we want to...
They're all over me.
We do want to deal with the turret, but we are starting to salvage this disaster. I'll just use 5 for the next little while. So what I'd like to try and do here with Hurricane is run up as close as I can. And sort of the intention here... you know what? So my original plan was going to be to try and blow up the floor underneath this, but this might be part of the structure, so I may not be able to get away with that, so let's just try and shred the thing's armor. Not great.
Went off the armor! Draining ammo fast!
Maybe our sniper will help.
That's it.
Okay, so then the next question is how to, like, you know, what do we do in this area? Now, I'm a little worried here because we might wind up seeing something we don't want to through the window, but...
Advent troops spotted.
yeah, I was a little worried about that.
Menace 1-5, you're near the target position.
Now, hopefully the Gremlin Mark II will help with this. Although apparently Razor's... no, not Razor. Who was it? One of my people. I can't be expected to know all their names.
Getting it done. Location confirmed.
So at this point, we just need to get people in the zone. Razor's a bit of a unique one, though, so I don't think we're able to deliver on any... I don't think we're able to deliver on any threat, but I do think I can get her close to the action.
Affirmative.
Again, they're only going to have one turn, so there's not a whole lot that they
Who
can
knows
do.
how long they've been keeping these storage units running down here.
You go. No, you go. No, you go. Oh, is that suppression? Interesting. Okay, so the shields are definitely inconvenient. But...
Grab that bot.
So I originally wanted to go like balls to the wall and say we do control enemy, but I think in this case I'll settle for a shutdown. Oh, should have gone for the control.
We're good to go.
Okay. So I do want to be a little thoughtful about how I engage some of this stuff. For instance,
I hope it's worth it.
I don't believe a grenade is the answer. Well, actually, maybe.
Here, catch.
Double explosions, right?
Good to go.
Now, the tricky part here is that... Oh, hang on. I got it. I don't got it.
Moving to fire position. Got it covered. Big deal.
I have no idea
Hit the
how the
armor.
physics of that work. But then this lets us do
We
teamwork
have
again.
nothing to fear.
Hostile terminated.
And we get to plant the X4 for good measure.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. X4 charges are armed. Move to the extraction point for immediate evac.
Oh, and apparently I get another action, so maybe I didn't need to do the... Now, I'm still
Heading
assuming
out.
that this thing is going to be unconscious for a couple turns. And I want to finish the job, so...
Sure thing.
More of them
Menace
coming in.
1-5, be advised, we've picked up hostile reinforcements inbound on your position.
Okay, let's try and take this out in the most efficient way possible. Oh, I should have got somebody who can
It hit the
shred
plate.
armor. It's not a great chance to hit, to be honest.
Got no ammo.
There you go.
Okay, so we'll put our exit close to somewhere. Actually, this seems
I need
feasible.
an evac ASAP.
Well, obviously I'll go as one, but...
On my way. On Overwatch.
Overwatch. Affirmative. Covering now.
That's not good. We might just run.
I've got eyes on an
Although,
advent
obviously, the
position.
corpses would be good for,
Get it together.
Deflection!
It's dead. It has to be dead.
Okay, so both my rangers should have Shadow Step. Which makes me wonder, are we able to get to the evac?
Location confirmed.
Double time.
Looks like somebody's gonna
Good to
have
go.
to...
Incoming over here.
Alright, so I got lucky.
Solid copy.
What's over there?
The funniest way to end this would have been to block the ladder for one of the team.
I'm trusting you here. Heading home.
So, I don't know. I think there should be a lot of people with, I think there's going to be a lot of people with issues they need to deal with.
Just
I think
in
I'm going to
time.
have some moments of reflection on this mission.
I'm going. Evac confirmed. I'm gone.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. X4 charges detonating.
I don't know. There's the funny one on this is like I kind of understand. Like I bought Alien Hunters, for crying out loud. Like that was so it's content people have paid for, and it's one that I think a lot of XCOM veterans probably really enjoy because it gives them a new challenge to sort of think about. But there's a couple of times, I remember Old World, there were a couple of times like this too, where I just felt so outclassed by what I was up against that I wasn't sure if there's really any meaningful learning. So the big one to take away from the Berserker is, again, that spacing and sort of focus as much damage as I can in a very tight window. I do like the fact that this is warning me ahead of time when there's like a big enemy in the area, because at the very least I can sort of prepare and try and get some some special ammo or something. But I need to do much better than this. Like this was really just save and reload so that I don't completely wipe my squad several times over, and we can see the end of this mission. But yeah, I'm not. This is one of the ones that I sort of feel a little bit bad about how I did it on stream. But it's a chance for us to learn.
According to Advent officials, recent attacks by dissident elements operating outside of the city centers have done little to slow the progress of Advent's ongoing development or...
Well, actually, okay, there is one thing I can say, is that after the initial, like, really tough batch of damage, We didn't actually take any further damage. And I don't believe that was a question of like saving and reloading. I think that was just we positioned a little bit better, and yeah, so I don't know, maybe the second half of that I shouldn't feel so bad about. Okay, so we've got deep cover. If you did not attack this turn, hunker down automatically, or untouchable. If you score a kill during your turn, the next attack against you on... Oh, of course we have to do.
I think we need more dead aliens to get the effect we're going for.
I don't disagree, Shen. Okay, so kill zone. Take a reaction shot against any enemy that moves or attacks within the cone of fire, or face off. Fire once at every... Oh man, both of those look really cool, but... Oh crap.
If it improves morale, then I suppose there is no harm in it.
This feels like a very paltry little cache.
Your team did a commendable job in destroying the aliens' facility, Commander. Their efforts towards the Avatar project will undoubtedly be set back by your incursion.
Your destruction of the alien facility in New Australia has dealt a serious blow to the aliens' work towards the Avatar project, Commander. Your actions today will leave no question as to humanity's resolve in recapturing control of Earth. So what I didn't realize about this is it says reduce Avatar progress by 2, but also progress on the Avatar project is delayed. So that's a nice double reward. But let us lock in our gains.
Greetings, citizens. It is I, your fearless Advent speaker. Today we mourn the loss of countless innocent aliens. Oh, nah, screw it. Today, XCOM and the Resistance leveled one of the aliens' facilities. That's right, burnt it to the ground. That's pretty good news, huh? Go XCOM!
That was very funny. I've never heard that one before. Commander, after our recent success, members of the Resistance in New Indonesia have brought us reports of activity that we may want to investigate. So not now.
You have destroyed a vessel of the...
Oops. No!
With it goes your opportunity at understanding the knowledge.
I wanted to... Sorry. Conventions have changed. I'm used to using the middle mouse button to move things around, and this one is the left mouse button. But in like modern games, it feels like the right mouse button is now the new one. So we will grab the intel. I feel like we do the intel, the alien wreckage, probably the distress beacon then.
Avenger plotting new course.
We're obviously going to be waiting for some recovery before we...
Although we prefer to work alone, sometimes it helps to have backup. Use your help, Commander.
Commander, the Lunar Hunters have a high priority mission for you. 21 Lost Brutes. Operation Ghost Star. Rescue stranded Resistance agents. Dr. Kate Robinson, an engineer. 92 Intel, Captain Harold Larson, and a Grenadier. Alright, well.
Setting course for West Asia.
Commander, you should be aware. We're detecting lost activity in this area. Our forces will need to be especially vigilant.
I believe we need mocks for this one. So it does say very difficult, right? But if it's the Horde, I don't know, this feels like a better opportunity to try and level up some of my lesser people. I may come to regret this choice, but... two sharpshooters against the Lost doesn't strike me as a very smart. Also not crazy about so many grenadiers, but this is what I have. Definitely want to make more spider suits. Oh, did I not bring any sharpshooters? Oh no, it's right there. What am I doing? What am I... Smoke's not going to be relevant here. None of this is going to be relevant here. I can't even justify these choices. This is just what I'm going with. So yeah, biggest thing I'm worried about here is that if we're going up against a bunch of lost brutes, I see fewer opportunities. I see fewer opportunities for headshots.
Ready to deploy.
But the thing about this one is I'm not entirely sure how bringing high-value units is going to get past that problem.
One of the resistance factions sent some kind of expeditionary force into an area that we know to be completely overrun by the Lost. Don't ask me what they were doing down there, but now they've gotten themselves stranded, and the resistance is asking for our help. We'll have to do what we can to avoid being overrun.
Operation Ghost Star. Rescue stranded resistance agents, rescue the stranded agents, escort agents to the extraction point, and extract all XCOM operatives in the ruins of Novgorod. So I guess the one nice thing is that if it's all lost, we don't need to worry about cover.
The Resistance expedition is trapped not far from your position, and the VIP is using a remote turret to hold off the Lost. We only have one clear access point to the area, so get to the target's location and escort them back to the entry point for After you secure the expedition, you'll have to return to our original entry point for extraction. Don't get overrun. Keep the path back to Firebrand clear.
So I think what I'll do for a start... Snipers strike me as being most useful when they are above ground. I'm gonna settle for
running
up here. Well, gives me something to start with.
Heading out. That's how it's done.
So at this point, this is kind of just mowing the grass, right? Like we,
Missed.
especially this early
Running
on,
dry.
I'm going to take whatever opportunity I can to just clear out anything we run into, and then...
I am the victor. They will fight no more.
Yeah.
Weapon ammunition is low. Reloading.
Got it.
This is kind of like the halfway point in terms of movement, so I am taking a bit of risk doing this. Okay. Now, this is the real worry here. So, it's one thing for me to be able to run really far. But if that translates into me triggering more...
Copy that.
Well, then again, they'll only get one move, so... Ooh, yeah, that was a bad choice. But again, they only get one turn of movement, so...
Did you see that one? Impressed yet? Well, how about that? Weapons burning ammo fast! You know that was good. Weapons empty. It's killing time!
Now we get to do that again.
Not too shabby. Did you see that one?
Okay, so I haven't learned my lesson.
Going.
So I figure there's one of two possibilities here. Either my people will have a chance to shoot at these, which I think is pretty unlikely.
Go, go, go!
It's like the least efficient way to do this move, but I'll take it. But what the other possibility that we've unlocked here is that we give the rest of the team a chance to move up to engage the Lost. I do want to keep the 5 turns in mind. So again, I'm not crazy about the idea of
Rolling out.
getting any closer than the Ranger currently is. But being able to move the team up and then, like, again, like I said, mow the grass seems like a reasonable approach. That's probably going to get awkward for the sniper, I imagine. Okay, so sniper's in place. Let's see if they can save some. You know, it's probably better that we take the shots. We can.
Hostile neutralized. Enemy destroyed.
Okay, good. That one was potentially a threat
Kill
to
confirmed.
him.
Back in.
And it looks like we get to do a pistol shot as well.
It's down. Over
Overwatch!
I'm gonna do this in a bit of a weird order, but... Okay.
By the numbers. Locked and loaded. Need a resupply.
So I'll aggressively move forward with this unit just so that we can get a clearer idea of what we're up against. I guess Mox will be the next one that I move. So what I'm partly doing here is just using the people who are least likely to be involved in the resulting firefight. There we go. So yeah, the people who are least likely to be involved in sort of what comes next. I wanted to move them up first. So Ellen Ripley's not currently in a position to do anything about this, but
heading out.
Now that we know where the bad guys are. You fired.
Adjusting aim.
You're... The aim was fine. It's you. It's all you.
If you say so. I got it, right?
Again, the one turn.
Check it before you get too close. On reserves.
The one turn delay is going to work to our advantage for anything that we miss.
It's dead. It has to be dead. Let's rock. Out of rounds.
Okay, and at this point, I think I'm willing to risk Coyote on a big run.
Twice.
That was unexpected. I suspect we'll still take some damage, but... Oh, maybe not.
Whatever you say.
The VIP is secure, Commander. If we can spare the manpower, we should try to bring the escort in as well. Without the VIP manning the turret controls, there's nothing keeping the Lost from overrunning this area. They're already closing in.
I should have done... I'm going to reload this turn. I should have done something different. There's somebody I need to actually pick up, I believe. And it's well within this character's power. So, like, the fact that they move fast means, sure, they'll be, like, they're not going to be as effective in the encounter. But it definitely doesn't mean that they're out of the running for the...
Whatever you say.
Hopefully I can pick up the...
The VIP is secure, Commander. If we can spare the manpower, we should try to bring the escort in as well. Without the VIP manning the turret controls, there's nothing keeping the Lost from overrunning this area. They're already closing in.
I'll bring them.
I think this is,
Seems doable.
I think this is Revive Snow.
Target disabled. Scanning.
No trespassers.
Affirmative. Moving out. Overwatch.
I'm trusting you here.
So I don't necessarily want to do a full retreat, but
Got it covered.
we're not quite...
Heading out.
We know we got some baddies coming in, but... Doubly cool.
Good riddance.
Firebrand is in position. Get back to the entry point for extraction before you get overrun. We're picking up more heat signatures than the sensors can keep up with.
So sort of the tempo is set by carrying the escort out. Yeah, that's Revive Snow.
I go. Non-evade detection.
Moving to designated position. Scanning.
Okay, I'll go. Scanning.
This will probably be the last turn for this sniper to sit
my
where
way.
they are.
On Overwatch.
Okay, we're close to the extraction.
On the move.
I think this will probably be a turn for everybody running. Because if we can get everybody out next turn, then... yeah.
Roger that.
I'll reload just in case things get a little dicey, but...
It's killing time.
So I think Mox probably has to run full speed. Everybody else will do a blue move and Overwatch.
A great distance.
Maybe Ellen Ripley too.
Already there.
Actually, you know what? Let's just get everybody in the same area. I don't think the Lost can run that fast.
Copy that.
There was definitely one where there was a like an indicator that they were around. Okay, this one. I'm going
Absolutely.
to Overwatch.
I'm on it.
If you say so.
I'm going. On the move.
I don't actually have to have everybody in the box, but it just feels nice.
Sure thing.
A confident approach. Deployment complete.
Yeah, so I mean, it did say very difficult, but one of the reasons I
Getting
felt
outta here.
okay bringing sort of a more junior squad in is that, like, first of all, headshots are ridiculously powerful. And then,
I'm out of here.
again, there are some cases where getting the special abilities is going to make the difference in terms of, you know, whether or not you can do
Feedback
something really
confirmed.
impressive. But I guess in this case here, the reasoning is, like,
We've extracted the VIP's escort. Once we get him patched up, he should be ready to rejoin the fight.
something like Shadow Step isn't exactly going to help you against the Lost.
Firebrand and the VIP safely on board the Sky Ranger.
Go, go, go!
But having a bunch of people who are capable of, you know, firing lots and lots of shots, even if you have particularly tough Lost enemies.
All XCOM operatives are secure. Firebrand is returning to base.
We successfully rescued the expedition, Commander. The Resistance will be happy to hear it.
Yeah, like you basically use, you know, even maybe let's say one of your low ammo people to soften up the target, and then one of your high ammo people to sort of take out the ones that are like 4 and 3. Anyways, it turned out crowded photo.
If anything, I fear we are making it easier for them to catalog our people.
speaker commended loyal citizens today for standing up to those who would abandon our values for those of the old world. The remarks followed a moment of silence for peacekeepers slain by XCOM dissidents.
Nobody under fire.
As if things weren't bad enough between the Elders, their alien armies, and the Chosen, now we've got zombies to deal with.
Alright, Mox. Whiplash, attack an enemy with an electrical lash. Does not attack, cost an action. 2 mobility with every kill this turn, and return fire. I do like a number of these, so let's do Whiplash and Return Fire, although that sounds like a really good way to chew through ammo.
We can thank Advent for the inspiration.
Say hello to Revived Snow.
Efficiently executed and no casualties. You could lead the Reapers any day, Commander. Well done.
Word of the successful rescue operation is already spreading. Your efforts today will no doubt bolster the resolve of Resistance forces across the globe, Commander. Yeah, I'd put him on mute too. New staff acquired. Alright. We're lousy with engineers at this point, but I don't think that is a bad thing. In fact, I mean, if I want, I could apply it to the power relay, but I'm thinking maybe Resistance Comms is the... No, before we do that, we should probably clear out the... clear out the remaining material. And we're not that far off from being able to hunt down one of the Chosen. Okay, I don't exactly need the intel right now, but I do want to finish what I start.
Avenger plotting new course.
I've actually never done a Chosen mission before.
Strategic resource located.
Scans picked up a seemingly endless convoy of supply trucks leaving an Advent production facility in this region. One of the trucks seems to have lost its way, enough so that we were able to intercept it and recover the alien technology it was carrying. Also, it did occur to me there was something I wanted to do in the guerrilla tactics school earlier. So, dead shot, 10% chance to critically hit enemies, so... yeah. Leaves me a little short on resources, but... I think, based on our experience, we probably want more shredding. This may not be the smartest thing for me right here, but I should have done this earlier. Okay, so we got the intel. My options here are an extra scientist
Kill any of your loyal forces sent
or
to
alien
investigate
alloys.
this site, Commander.
I think probably the
Will you
scientist
tell
is where
your
I want to go at this
soldiers of
point.
their fate?
Dark event complete. Midnight raids. Advent cracks down on resistance recruitment, increasing the cost of recruits by 100% for a month. XCOM is nothing without the fighting spirit of willing men and women.
Some of our people are a little worse for wear after that last covert action, but if we give them time to rest, they'll be fine.
All right, covert action report. Conjurers of Balance. Find the Templars. Faction hero. Add a faction hero to XCOM's ranks and gain new resistance orders and covert actions. Our team established contact with the Templars, and their leader claims he knows all about us, about XCOM. I'm not sure I have any idea what he's talking about, but at least he sent one of his followers to work alongside us on the Avenger.
This is where the Templar faction maintains their headquarters. I'll admit they can be a bit extreme when it comes to psionics, but so far they seem loyal to our cause. We can scan at this location to gain additional support from their people.
My people understand the value of our cooperation, Commander. The Elders see us as nothing more than raw materials for their designs. We will take back our power and turn it against them. Oh, Commander, it's about time we spoke, don't you think? I'm Geist, leader of the Templar Order, but I'm sure you already knew that. Stories of me tend to spread far and wide. You are welcome here anytime, Commander, for among all others of your kind, you alone know the true power of the Elders. You have touched their minds, you have heard their voice, and surely you know that they must fall. On behalf of all Templars, I humbly offer our services towards their demise. Together, we shall be unstoppable.
He makes me seem brief. All right, new faction orders gained. Feedback and Tithe. Covert actions now available in the ring. Hunt the Warlock, Part 1. Recruit Engineer, gain ability points. We will master what is rightfully ours, the power that the Elders claim as their own. Geist.
With our success comes the opportunity for you to assign us new orders, Commander.
Tithe. Resource rewards on all missions are increased 15%. Feedback. Psionic attacks on XCOM units will cause damage to the caster. All right, Sergeant Alexei Turbo Malikov received a promotion and an injury. Damn. So 7 days. I want the shortest mission possible. Okay, I mean, facility lead is the shortest possible. Or no, hang on. Oh, I really do like the idea of reducing Avatar project progress, though. I think I have to...
My followers will lead this action to victory.
We did invest in... actually, you know what? We'll put... we'll put Revive Snow on this. And yes, we are still working on Shadow Project.
I suppose that's one way to approach a problem you can't solve. Just build a machine to do it for you.
Incoming message for you, Commander. Patching it through to your quarters now.
Incoming Resistance communication.
I had high hopes for the Resistance under your leadership, Commander, and you have outdone yourself.
has been revealed. I hope you will prepare a warm welcome for my arrival.
So this is one of the reasons why we want to prioritize Night Demon. And at this point we'll do reveal. So this I can accept. When any chosen gains information about XCOM, a portion is passed along to the assassin as well. I think I can live with this because we're planning on taking them out, and then rural checkpoint stifles the movement of resistance resources, decreasing the supplies of the next supply drop. This is gonna hit hard. So I'd probably be willing to knock this one down, but these are relatively mild compared to some of the alternatives. I'm going to... Okay, we can't do that. We will live with the current outline. Okay, we're not going to investigate that quite yet. I'd like the supplies, but I do want to like finish the stuff that I start. All right, alien machinery cleared. A new room is now available for constructing a facility. So I think I can settle for reallocating talent. Although it does invite the question, like, what facilities do I want to build at this point? Would have been smarter to put the workshop in here, I suspect. But them's the breaks. The training center allows soldiers to establish stronger bonds with their fellow soldiers and purchase additional tactical abilities. New staff slots available, establish soldier bonds levels 2 and 3. New staff slot available, retrain or acquire soldier abilities. It's like the holodeck in that Star Wars movie.
Commander, this facility will allow our soldiers to train together to improve their bonds, while also putting the knowledge they've gained in combat towards learning new abilities.
At the training center, soldiers can purchase additional soldier abilities with the shared ability points gained in combat. Soldiers can also be staffed here to develop high-level soldier bonds. So I'll maybe skip Lewis Turner just because we may want him for a mission. A lot of captains. Alright, so when deployed on covert actions together, duration's reduced 1 day. The soldier is granted a bonus aim when their bondmate has attacked or been attacked by the soldier's target. An extra bonus is granted if the bondmate is adjacent, and stand by me when the soldier ends a move adjacent to their bondmate will be automatically cleansed of any negative mental effects. Cool. I actually don't quite know how training works, but I will find that out another day.
Commander, we're making progress piecing this thing back together, but it hasn't been pretty.
Our soldiers completely disabled this unit in the field. What we're hearing is merely a byproduct of electrical impulses. I assure you, it is well past the point of feeling pain.
I'll take your word for it, Doctor.
I'm sending you a new sequence now.
These are coordinates. Return coordinates. Think we've got a point of origin. Well, part of one.
Something else. Something underneath. One moment. The unit is attempting to block further access.
That's not all it's doing. I'm losing the data we've already decrypted.
Almost there. Just one more adjustment.
Forget the data. It's accessing the power core. Overriding my safeties. Increasing power levels to tie in, sever the connection.
There. Some sort of fail-safe protocol, I imagine. The Codex must have intentionally overloaded the interface to prevent any further theft of information. Still, I believe I was one step ahead of it.
That's an enormous amount of data.
Yes, and I expect it may take some time to decipher.
Better get started. I don't think we're gonna be able to do that again.
I'll proceed with the necessary research and preparation. With your approval, of course, Commander. I'd also suggest we look into those coordinates.
That's if I can reconstruct the data we lost in the transfer. I just hope it was worth it.
I keep forgetting how much I like the
New
cinematics in
objective
this.
added.
All right, decrypt the Codex data, complete the encrypted Codex data shadow project. Now, the thing is, I've gone down this
I've
road.
updated our latest operational objectives, Commander.
In the field, the Codex appears as an anomalous form in an almost constant state of flux, seemingly only present in our world for milliseconds at a time. However, it was apparently not immune to the effects of conventional weaponry, having dissipated before leaving behind this object.
I will say, we've spent a bunch of time on the Shadow Chamber material, and I have not yet done the mission attached to it, so I think I'm going to go back to researching stuff. All right, research report. Codex Brain, codename Rubik. The Codex itself is a remarkable entity, far beyond our expectations of what a sentient biological organism could or should be. Our limited exposure to it leaves a number of open questions, and it appears to phase or flux out of our visible spectrum. It will undoubtedly prove to be a difficult specimen to study. In any case, our troops were able to recover what can only be described as the Codex Brain, a central processing unit encompassing data storage, communications, tactical control, as well as a host of other functions we've yet to identify. With the Shadow Chamber in place, Shen and I conducted a thorough, albeit difficult, series of experiments to unravel the mysteries of the device. Through a series of high-frequency exposures, we were successful in forcing the Codex to reveal itself beyond the confines of the brain alone. Shen expressed varying concerns about the well-being of the Codex, as it appeared to be responding, and even resisting our efforts to decrypt the data and access the Advent network. I assured her any indication of pain or active intolerance of our testing was merely a byproduct of the procedure. Before the Codex destroyed itself, along with our containment area, we did manage to recover a subset of the data containing what appears to be a set of map coordinates. It will take more time to work through the remaining fragments, but in the interim, we have a lead to pursue.
I am ready to begin on your order, Commander. Commander, we still have the body of the recovered alien test subject in storage. I can begin an autopsy at any time. It could lead to critical breakthroughs in our own research and scientific development.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to take a minute here to read these because I do want to. I think I was gonna do Illyrium, but I know we were also looking for certain certain byproducts. So the Advent turret relies on the aliens' advanced automation technology, providing security emplacements to bolster their peacekeeping forces. Once you've gotten a look at the inner workings, we may be able to integrate the technology to improve our chances of defending against UFO attacks. By improving our understanding of how and why the Lost have come to overrun the cities of the old world, it is likely that we can develop a means of avoiding or perhaps manipulating their movements. An exhaustive autopsy of the psionic advent unit known as the Priest will no doubt improve our understanding of how they've come to wield so much power, and how we can mirror their abilities for our own purposes. This creature is clearly reptilian in nature, although it appears to be not only sentient, but also highly intelligent. Still, the underlying physiology is remarkably similar to a number of terrestrial species, including the venom sacs, which we might use to synthesize and incorporate for use in our medical supplies. That's tempting. Although clearly reminiscent of the known viper species we encounter with some regularity, this specimen is unique for a number of reasons, not least of which is its gender, this being the only male viper ever reported. It may be possible to repurpose some facet of its biology for use in our own armor development programs, so that does make it quite tempting. The Advent shield bearers are among the most heavily armored of the conventional alien forces. Once we pulled the suit apart, I'm sure the engineering team will find some means of integrating these improvements into our own armor designs. Definitely a temptation there. The aliens' primary shock troops are even more dangerous when they were when we faced them during the invasion. Our hope is that we can emulate their plasma-based explosives for our purposes. This unusual specimen is clearly afflicted by some form of extreme muscular hypertrophy, although how the species came to exist in this state will require a thorough examination. I suspect the research could lead to varying enhancements for our own troops, perhaps even some means of intensifying their own thirst for combat. Known simply as a specter, the study of this being will no doubt lead to revelations as to its unnerving ability to conceal itself and move beyond the confines of the humanoid form. An aesthetically impressive specimen, the hidden horrors of melding organic tissue with the inner workings of a machine are well disguised here. The unique melee weapon employed by the creature could be of particular interest to our rangers, which I'd like to accept at 7 days, so... and Illyrium, the aliens, and to a lesser extent Advent, have long relied on the otherworldly element known as Illyrium to power everything from their weapon systems to the UFOs themselves. It may take some time, but furthering our own understanding of this material could greatly advance our own weapon and armor development projects. So 17 days is a long time to wait, but I think I'm willing to...
I will send word as soon as we have something of note. The coordinates we discovered encoded on the genetic sample recovered from the Advent Black Site imply we may have only scratched the surface of the aliens' infrastructure as it relates to this Avatar project. We were fortunate to recover the genetic sample when we did. Otherwise, our path may have very well ended here.
So hopefully we can get 3 days of
New
that.
objective added.
Okay.
I'm keeping tabs on all our operations, Commander. Our people are standing by for your orders. I've marked the location Shen pulled from the Codex, Commander. It's a remote region, out in the woods away from any populated areas. We'll need to contact the local resistance forces if we want to get a closer look.
Not quite ready to make contact, but... Commander, the Resistance has relayed information concerning an Advent supply line. We should disrupt their transports. Operation Haunting Tears. Heavy Mech, Advanced Purifier, Advent Shield Bearer, Spectre, Codex, Muton, and an Archon. So all the bad stuff.
Setting course for the Arctic.
I probably should save before picking my team, but I don't know if I'll have the option. Okay. I'm going to believe it when it says very difficult, but... So, we will bring Dragonova. I don't want to bring the Major. And I think I'm missing a sharpshooter. Okay, so Lewis Turner gets the spider suit. We could, but I don't have any Templars on the mission, so... This will probably be the last mission for tonight. I suspect I'm actually probably going to go over time as it is.
Sky Ranger deployed.
The big dilemma on this one's
Squad
going to
green
be,
deploy.
because it's the supply mission, they're going to make me rush to the containers, but I'm also up against... So the Codex is going to give me trouble, the Archon's going to give me trouble, and then we've got the advanced mechs.
There's a resupply operation underway, and it's a perfect opportunity for us to pick up some supplies for ourselves. Once deployed, move to locate the Advent crates and mark them with our transponders. Firebrand will be on standby to airlift the goods.
Alright, Operation Haunting Tears. Supply raid, procure Advent supplies in the wilderness of New Arctic.
Advent forces are in the process of airlifting a number of supply crates out of this area, and we have an opportunity here to take a few for ourselves. Locate...
Again, I know me.
I'm all over it. Got a group of hostiles over here.
Let's do this.
So obviously there's an Archon nearby.
Got it covered.
I just want to be set up so that we can do the big open.
Time to motor.
Enemy sighted.
Beat feet.
Okay.
It's not too far.
I'm not sure how I feel about that moving away, to be honest. That's a really good shot on the Archon. That's actually one I think I'm willing to break the cover for, to be honest. We've got two people who can do haywire. We've got two people who can mess with the mech.
Roger that. Come get some.
So yeah, I guess the question here is, do I think... I think I kind of need to do a bit more, so... I'll keep this unit in play. But I'm going to do Deadeye on the Archon. I mean, this may be a disaster, but...
They found us!
Okay, so that's why we had a contingency.
Let's move already!
Now my hope here is that the mech isn't involved yet.
You see that?
I will reposition.
So the only thing here is I think there's always the day... Okay, actually, I want to figure this out. So I'm guessing the problem here is that it's random as to whether or not the purifier explodes. But I do want to see... It's like, as a general rule, I don't I don't melee the purifiers, but I didn't want that to be an assumption either, because I have seen cases where they drop without. I mean, I could do an early run and gun. That's probably not a bad idea.
For you. No need to ask twice.
Oh,
Big
I hope this
deal.
doesn't blow up on me. Okay. As much as I would love to, like, really commit to... Oh, actually...
It is clear.
Why did I do that? We'll see where this goes, but I'm probably going to
We're
need
picking
to
up a steady signal from the transponder.
be a bit scummy about
Firebrand
this.
is en route to make the pickup. Advent has already marked a
looks
couple of crates for extraction.
tasty.
If we move quickly, we may be able to mark them for ourselves and prevent their airlift.
Got some serious wounds here! Alright, that one hurt.
I mean, grazed is pretty good if you're flanked. Again, I only have myself to blame for going for that that crate. It gave me a chance to run away, and I went deeper, but I wasn't thinking, so...
Stick and move! On the move!
go. What's over there?
Advent has already marked a couple of crates for extraction. If we move quickly, we may be able to mark them for ourselves and prevent their airlift.
I'm pretty lucky that they didn't do the missiles. I'm also probably gonna have to think a bit about the range on those fire units.
Fire spreading!
Okay. As it is, good call to move away from the Okay. I don't remember if this ends my turn or not, but we'll start with the Haywire Protocol. I don't know how I should feel about this, but I'm going to try and control the enemy. Ooh.
Got it.
I get to play with my new toy, right? Apparently not.
Do we have ammunition available? Now we fight in the open.
Guess I can't do Deadeye this time.
Deflection!
Oh, you know what? That was stupid of me, because if I killed this thing, it probably would have...
One down, thousands to go.
Let's use the opportunity to... back up.
All right, I'll go.
That's it!
Dashing.
We're picking up a steady signal from the transponder. Firebrand is en route to make the pickup.
So,
Advent just airlifted out their first crate. We're gonna have to move fast if we want to get the rest.
I definitely want to move the mech up aggressively, particularly, again, guilty knowledge here with the Spectre and such.
Firebrand is on deck for recovery. Keep marking those crates, Menace 1-5.
I mean, I could try and get it to get an objective, but... Okay, so the fact that I don't see
Double time.
any bad guys with the mech...
I can get there.
I don't want to get too reckless with my people, but obviously this is a good chance for us to move somewhat aggressively. One challenge here is I don't have a whole lot of other good high ground, so we're basically
Okay.
going to move up here. I'll use the chance to reload.
Back online!
But honestly, my big worry
Moving.
right now is that we lose the opportunity to use this mech. I'm actually going to go so
Running!
far as to say that we'll go out in the open with these two.
Good to go.
They're moving as quickly as they can to get those crates. If we want our share, we'll have to move just as fast.
So I think they're going to get 2 moves next turn. Because we weren't the ones to discover them. But I
Starting to
should...
get cooked!
Okay, so first of all, I don't think... Okay, we do actually have... And if I fire this thing, it's 6 damage. So this is going to seem a little ridiculous that I'm doing this, but I'm actually going to run up like so. I'm actually going to hit the micro missiles on myself, anticipating that so the idea behind that is I'm reasonably sure that the oh, here's a question. If I use combat protocol on the... I can wipe out a couple codexes, or I guess codices. Okay, so I'm going to have the Spectre, and I'm going to have this one to worry about. Although maybe these two are going to want to party with the... Okay. I'm going to give this a different consideration, so...
As you order, Commander. Return to your gods. My ammo is gone.
This is probably the right...
Solid copy.
Good work. Advent's locator is down and our transponder is active. Firebrand will handle the pickup.
Frag out.
Let's do this.
Okay, so... I want to try and eliminate the ones that I think are going to cause me the most trouble. On the battlefield.
If you say so.
It's like I can see this one going after my heavy. So now the big question here, if I try Deadeye on the Spectre, we can potentially wipe it out. But if we do that with a sniper rifle, we can as well.
There's something on this one. Enemies down.
Nice.
Come get some.
So that says to me, Mr. Turner can do the blade thing on the Codex.
Happy now?
This isn't tagged for extraction, so I'm gonna get the item.
I'm going. It's over here.
So obviously, it'd be nice if we could get more of these things, but now, the open question here is where the other bad guys are. Maybe take a minute. Again, I know my worst tendencies, so. Seems to me like the best option is to go as deep as we can into the level and just try and achieve objectives.
Looks like one of them came back for
Oh
more.
no!
Let's make sure to take it out this time. This is the shot we've been waiting for. Take that thing down before it has a chance to run.
I think we need a chance to run.
Loading fresh ammo.
I mean, I'll take the Muton. I'm not optimistic, but... Or actually, you know what? Maybe Overwatch is the answer here.
Watch.
It is clear.
This will be like my one chance to prep for the ruler.
Come on, focus!
I am completely fine with him beating this thing up.
Tired of waiting around. Scanning.
Now we do need to prepare for the fact that there's also going to be like another Muton coming in to ruin our day.
I'm trusting you
I
here.
actually don't like how close these two are right now, but I also don't want to get too...
Got it covered.
I don't want to get too brave with some of the stuff that I'm doing here. Because there's a Muton on the field, I do need to move behind cover.
Good to go.
Not a big surprise there, but at least we get the overwatches. The other thing that's nice is it doesn't have the armor.
Not good.
Executed?
I definitely got
The
her.
harder they are, the harder they fall. I'd love to ask Valen what exactly she planned on doing with this thing.
I would be curious to hear her reasoning, although I would question whether reason was ever involved in this decision.
All right, so I'm apparently not going to learn how to handle... Yes, of course I'm saving this. I'm apparently not going to learn how to fight this thing because I got completely lucky on the repeater. But this is apparently the way XCOM apologizes to me for what happened before.
Eyes peeled.
Eh.
Shot wide.
Okay, that is unfortunate, but...
That all you got?
It is nice that they're coming closer. So the hope here is I can drop a grenade on the
Missed.
Muton and Mac. Not quite far enough. There aren't a lot of great cover options here, but I'm going to be operating on the assumption that this will be the last turn with these two. I think we can...
Grenade out.
That's nice that it warns you about the objective.
I'm on the move.
Again, not a great shot, but if we can take it down, yeah. Sometimes the coin flip's worth it, so that we can focus on the.
You must keep me resupplied.
Hard target, minimal damage.
That is not good.
You deserve whatever's coming to you, my friend.
Here I come.
I could have also probably just combated protocoled this thing out.
You want some more?
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished. Excellent work.
Okay, I mean, so I guess two reflections on that one. Like the moving Lewis Turner up against the Codices and the Spectre, that was me just genuinely being a knucklehead. So I feel bad about resetting after that, but like that one was more like if I'd been thinking I wouldn't, you know, go in deeper. The rest of that though, I don't know, I definitely got so get the Berserker fight. Obviously I got lucky that there was an insta-kill on that. But I don't know, it kind of feels like the conditions for success were a little bit more apparent on this one. So, I don't know.
Advent officials announced an increase to this month's recruitment quotas. Citizens are encouraged to voluntarily visit their nearest recruitment center. Remember, only together can we build a better tomorrow.
Now, hopefully, Dragonova is not too tired.
As long as there's even one Reaper left standing, you can bet they're still in the fight.
Yeah.
Finger on the trigger.
So we've got covering fire. Overwatch shots can now be triggered by an enemy action or threat assessment. Let's try threat assessment. I do need to get better on the gunslinger build.
Now that we have recovered one of Dr. Valen's test subjects, I can begin an autopsy on the specimen as soon as you give the order, Commander.
All right, that was a pretty good haul. So we've got the Codex Brain, a ton of supplies, alien alloys, Illyrian crystals, new PCS. I don't know who gets this one. Another Illyrium core. The Berserker Queen corpse. This behemoth has not only been genetically modified, but also given substantially altered equipment tied directly to its central nervous system. Extreme care should be taken when attempting to disconnect any of the embedded systems. Another Archon corpse, purifiers, shield bearers, Spectre, Muton, and a Mech-Wreck. As if the standard Berserker wasn't enough for our troops to deal with, this particular specimen has been substantially modified with some form of auxiliary injection system circulating fluids throughout its body. I believe it may be possible to modify these systems for use in an armor suit of our own, but the fabrication process could be a challenge.
Commander, as we rapidly develop and deploy advanced new technologies, any recruits you encounter with a proclivity towards the sciences would be of great use to me.
We are really hurting on scientists. I did say this would be the last. I'm just going to take a minute here to... Where are we?
These discoveries of the Elders' horrific experiments on our people should come as no surprise. But that does not make them any less unsettling. As we have seen, they would take not only our power and our world...
Okay.
Our action together is complete, Commander.
Excellent. All right, this is what I was hoping for. Reward with the Conjurers. Right, our efforts have led us to Oceania, and De Il Valinor has no doubt sought shelter somewhere within its borders. We should continue to work together and forge on in pursuing this so-called warlock. It will no doubt fight desperately to survive, but we must leave it no safe haven on our world.
We just got some new intel on the Chosen. Pretty soon, we'll be able to take them down permanently.
We have made progress in the hunt for De Il Valinor. A new covert action will help the Templars continue the hunt is now... Sorry. A new covert action to help the Templars continue the hunt is now available in the ring.
Slowly but steadily, our faith in your word grows, Commander.
You've done right by us, Commander, and together we will retake the power that the Elders have stolen from our world.
We continue to progress in our campaign against the Elders, and now we gain new abilities as a result.
Our influence with the Resistance factions has motivated them to share some new information on the Chosen.
Okay, so definitely need Jane Kelly here. This one's actually a hard one. I would have wanted to give Lewis Turner. Question is, am I willing to give up Elizabeth de Graaf? When it's possible, we may need another Ranger.
Covert is our specialty. Let's just hope your people can keep up.
Okay, I do...
Avenger plotting new course.
But where are you going?
Avenger plotting new course.
All right, so I want to finish the job I'm currently doing. And then next stream, which should be Monday, we will do my very first Chosen fight. We picked up a distress beacon still broadcasting from somewhere nearby and deployed a squad directly to investigate. They successfully located a number of survivors, each of whom possess scientific skill and expressed interest in joining XCOM's research team. So I'm curious. Yeah, we don't have all of Africa yet, so machine learning's not going to do anything for us.
You would do well to stop your interference with the Elder's visions before it is too late, Commander.
Oh, I'm going to need to...
Proceed no further.
I'm going to worry about that
Avenger
later.
plotting new course.
I just need to prioritize, and the radio tower is not currently something I need.
The two soldiers we sent to the training center have developed an even stronger bond. If we continue to send them out together in the field, their effectiveness will only grow. The Chosen have already learned too much about our operations, Commander. If we don't work with the Resistance on a covert action to hunt them down, we're going to end up on the defensive.
I think Elizabeth de Graaf is my only ranger. Well, no, Lewis Turner would be the... Gotta do it at some point. Okay, oh, it does say any adjacent room or facility. Okay, so I'm gonna build a workshop here.
Workshop construction initiated.
Yeah, we need to wait on the rest. I'm also curious.
Hello, Commander.
What does it take to make...
All those people, millions of innocent lives unknowingly walking right into the aliens' trap. We should have realized sooner. We knew the aliens couldn't be trusted. But their message has always been louder than ours. And they've certainly got a lot more incentives to offer in the city centers than we do out here. Either way, we can't let this go on, no matter what the cost.
I think I'm gonna put in...
Sounds good, Commander. I'll let you know as soon as the project is ready for deployment.
Probably didn't need to queue it like that, but one of those is for experimentation. The other one I definitely intend to use.
Just give the word and I'll get started, Commander.
Probably better to get that out of the way now. And we've collected all of the resources from this location. The Resistance should provide us with additional supplies in a few weeks. So I think now is not a bad time for us to build the radio relay.
Setting course for Sector 2, Australia.
But again, we will handle all of that in a future episode. I don't think we have, yeah, no negative traits. I'm gonna save here. I guess it's technically the 20, or it's technically the 27th. It was 26 when I was streaming. So soldiers-wise, yeah, okay. So healing finishes in 2 days. Covert action finishes in 3, as does the bond training. So my read of the situation will be we probably want to prioritize hunting the Chosen as quickly as possible.
Our research is progressing as expected, Commander.
Hey, Commander.
Our work is proceeding as expected, Commander.
New orders, Commander?
Wherever the resistance ring goes. Hang on, does it not tell us about the Chosen? There's like a bunch of stats about the Chosen. Anyway, so the assassin. So what I'm kind of figuring here. So Dragonova is Dragonova gets an attack bonus against the Chosen, so that's one we're bringing. On top of that, I don't want to, so I want to have like a full complement of soldiers, because I don't know what I'm necessarily up against. But it would seem to me that when I have room for an extra one, so like, you know, the usual squad, so Ranger, Sharpshooter, Specialist, Grenadier. So Dragonova would be 5, and counter to my
I don't
normal...
like the fact that we're chasing another set of coordinates into the middle of nowhere. We've done it before, and we didn't like what we found then either. Wilderness or not, the aliens could be setting up an ambush, or worse for all we know. Our people will be prepped and ready for a fight. I just wish we had more to go on.
So kind of counter to my normal build, though, I'll bring a second Grenadier, and I might even prioritize the ones who've got like volatile mix, because again, the Chosen is vulnerable to the grenades. But I'm also assuming it's probably not a one-on-one fight. Like, I'm assuming if it was a one-on-one fight, we would not have that big of a problem. So I could also just be setting us up for a complete disaster. But anyway, like I said, that is it for tonight. I'm going to go back to the menu. I'm delighted that some of you are showing up in the squad now. But again, I also just wanted to give a couple of heads up in terms of where the stream's going to be going. So I'm going to try and keep the Mondays and Wednesdays as much as possible for XCOM 2. Fridays I will steer towards Cyberpunk until we finish that. I did want to mention that I've been invited to join a D&D game, and it's actually like I don't really do a lot of live tabletop gaming, and I would like to do more of it. The catch is that I believe they're going to be alternating, so like one day will be on a Thursday and then the other will be on a Wednesday. So I may have to give up a second Wednesday in the month. Now what I'll try and do is maybe shift the stream to the Tuesday or the Thursday. That does put a little bit of a burden on me, because streaming 2 days in a row, especially on work and like the day before, like trying to make sure that I'm there for a gaming session. I imagine that's going to run me sort of thin. So I'm going to do my best to keep the schedule intact, but in order to try and keep everyone happy with the scheduling, I did need to give up at least one of the Wednesdays. So I don't think it'll be affecting next month because I think it falls on a day I wouldn't have been streaming anyway, but I did want to just sort of kind of warn ahead of time. Now, last but not least, let's see who's online to host. Will Shand, who is back to his usual thing. He's not playing Dispatch. It's on his main channel, so he's playing lesser-known, spooky, scary games or whatever. I will confess, it's been a little while since I've seen anything inside a chat, so it may be that you are all feeling quiet, or it could be that something was broken on my end and you've all been chatting with me and I just haven't seen it. But again, thank you, Lord Gloom, for the raid. I'm sorry, I should have given you the shout out before, and I was in the thick of it. So do hang out for Will Shand. He is somebody who does this for a living, so he's quite, he's a nice guy and very fun to watch in his own way. I will see at least some of you on Friday. The rest of you, I suspect, if you want to watch... No, that's good. Yeah, I never like taking attendance or like berating people for not chatting, but I also want to acknowledge I have been in streams where it's obvious that the chat isn't working, and I always feel really bad for the streamer in those moments. So, but thank you for the verification. I'm glad you got to see the absolute nonsense that was an execution on the Berserker, which is probably the corniest of all the corn. Anyways, again, thank you everybody for hanging out. Please enjoy Will Shand. For those of you who like the inoffensive Canadian accent, back on Friday. And then for those of you who really just only want to watch XCOM, I'll see you Monday or Wednesday, except maybe next Wednesday. In fact, next week is going to be really hard at work, so I'm going to do my best to stream, but if I miss a couple, consider yourself warned. All right. Have a good one.